With men who wore Adidas slides and dirty white socks. You know the ones. I wish I could tell me then that I'd be married to like a whole ass pediatrician sitting outside in our backyard by the fire he built me, drinking an old fashioned, waiting for him to come downstairs to join me because he's putting our kids to bed. Marry the nerd.
A couple of days ago, I accidentally went viral for a video I did last week telling women
marry the nerd,
to marry the nerd.
Marry the nerd.
I also made the cardinal mistake of admitting to having sex before I met my husband. I'm guilty of the exact same thing the mother is. Having sex. I'm not guilty of having sex with a dumbass. That's true, but still. In my video, all I was trying to do was tell women to not have sex with the type of men who produced the dudes in my comments. And men from all across the internet are making think pieces about it. You know, I'm a slut, I'm a skank, I got trains run on me, my husband was my last option, I settled, he settled, may this love never find me, that kind of thing. And before I met my husband, I used to eat men like that, like the ones in my comments, alive for funsies. And I know, the joke, oh, you used to swallow dick to it. Oh, God, make better jokes. You guys have been telling the same fucking jokes since like the Salem witch trial.
Marry the nerd.
Like, you know in The Wizard of Oz when the lion tries to scare Dorothy and she like goes like, what the fuck are you doing? And he goes, oh, I'm actually like, I just need some courage. Like a lot of you are just trying to figure out how to be a man. And that's how it comes through. Like,
I've been hearing lately that a single man who is a nerd is a valuable thing, that he's a hot commodity, so to speak, and that he is worthy of being married. He is worthy of having a woman in his life. Now, as a lifelong nerd, in my pre-simp days, I would be joyful at all the quote-unquote opportunities for me to have a woman in my life that I could say who is my own. But as a nerd who is also a MGTOW man, I am not interested in being married whatsoever. And the bounty of women that are out there who are saying things like marry the nerd because he is worthy of it, I'm not interested in them. You see, because these women would not be interested in me as a man who is a nerd. They would not understand the type of nerd that I am, because nerds are not all the same. You can have nerds that are quote-unquote specialists who quote-unquote stay in one lane in terms of their nerdiness, or you could have nerds like me who are quote-unquote M-types that get into a lot of things. And to the casual observer, my type of nerd seems to be crazy. But in reality, my type of nerd is building a organic structure of how he can survive in his life. Because my type of nerd tends to have a lot of interests and a lot of things that he delves into, which to the common woman who is looking at me as a nerd, it would seem to be crazy, because one day I would be fooling around with a computer, another day I would be outside recording bird calls and doing sound design, whatever. And she would not understand that I can take the fooling around with the computers and going outside and recording bird songs and put that into some kind of functional reality where it works together for me, and that it has, again, a capability for when things go wrong and I need the understanding of how to record things, how to fool around with the computer and do these things. She wouldn't understand how me being a ham radio operator actually allowed me to find a regular source of toilet paper a few years back when the Coke thing was going on and toilet paper was a rare commodity like gold. She would not understand that, and she would more likely say that I was crazy and call up the enforcers of the feminist plantation state and have me committed to a padded cell somewhere because I was into so many things that it didn't make sense to her. Wherein again, it made sense to me because of how I was organically organizing my way of life. But the biggest thing that I find, because I'm now a MGTOW man, is that the real deal is women need a meal ticket. Because women are in so much trouble right now that nerds are the only ones that they feel that can bring stability to their chaos, to their destruction, to their being kicked to the curb by the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Chads, whoever you would say. That's what the real deal is. And see, it is, in other words, me as a nerd being a meal ticket for these women who have been kicked to the curb, who have fell off the carousel, and now see me as the meal ticket to bring them out of their devastation. But I ain't got no time for that shiz, because I'm going to keep on stepping along the MGTOW pathway in freedom and peace as a nerd.